Hi guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, it is our bingo of shame for the month of February. And we are using the Unearthly Don't Be Jelly palette. Obviously, I created this look with it, so if you want to see how we got there, let's roll the tape. Hi guys, so if you have no idea what this project is, where have you been? DW and I created this project forever ago based off palettes that we both had in our collection that we had never used. I spin a random wheel like a week or two after we do this. So if you're in our Instagram group, you find out early what the next month's palette is. But otherwise, this is, you put it up on the 16th of the month, and you can use, generally it's like 5 to 8 shades, but it's really whatever you're comfortable with using for the palette. If you don't have the palette that we're working on, which for this month is the Unearthly Don't Be Jelly, then you can dupe the palette with single eyeshadows in your collection, other palettes in your collection that give the same vibes. Just be creative in your collection if you'd still like to join in but don't necessarily have this palette. If you're not on YouTube or don't post on YouTube but you are active on Instagram, we do have a whole thing over there. You can join our group if you'd like. If you're not into that, just either way, post with the hashtag bingoofshame and you're all good. Like I said, this month is the Don't Be Jelly. You'll find out at the end of the video what the March palette will be. So, I think that's all the information. Everybody who is joining in will be listed in the description box. I always write everybody all out. And it'll be whether or not they have a YouTube channel, just on Instagram, any of that goodness. Everyone will be listed in my description box down below. So let me get that guy out of the way. So this is the color story of Don't Be Jelly. Now, I had this in, was it What Do the 2010s Say? It might have been. But I had this in a project for all 5 mattes. I've used them all 5 times each. I've never touched any of the shimmers, which is a travesty. It is horrific that I have never, ever touched a shimmer. I didn't get out my brushes. So, we're going to remedy that today. I did already pre-roll for my shades, but we're still going to swatch them together in the order that they were rolled in. So I'm going to have that up here. So the very first shade that we got was the shade Seafoam, which is the matte mint shade, which is actually a shade that I do really like. It's probably my favorite matte in the palette, actually. Then we got the shade Aquatic, which is this beautiful shimmer. It's like a blue, icy purple. Then we got the shade Hydrospace, which is this gorgeous, like, iridescent white to pink to purple to gold to green, multi-chrome shimmer. Then we got the shade Sea Star, which is the bright purple matte. This is my second favorite matte in the palette. I really like that. And our last shade that I chose, that I rolled for, we got the shade Jellyfish, which is this really pretty purple. And I'm seeing some pink. And so that's our color story. Normally I do 6 shades. 6 is my happy place. But when I spun these 5, I was like, that is a beautiful color story. And I don't want to spin for a 6th shade and not like it. I really like how this looks together. So that's why I only did 5 shades. And to be fair, it's not like it matters, but if you guys have watched my normal palette bingos, I always do at least 6 shades. And now, when I come back on after I've done the whole look, I always tell you guys everything else I've put on my eyes. But I do want to preface something really quick before we get into the look. So the look you're going to see me do, I'm going to use my normal julep shadow stick that I've been using, because we're going to do that together and it's going to be great. But on this side that I go and do off camera, I'm going to test this Appeal eye primer to see if I like it. It's got this really cool applicator, and I put it on my hand last night and it literally feels cooling and it feels like water. It just says it's a hydrating eye primer. And you just got to give it a minute to like set. So we will see if there will be a difference, but this will be the eye that I do off camera, because I don't want there to be any hiccups in the eye that we're doing together. So let me just go ahead and get the shadow stick on here. So I do already totally have an eye look in mind with this. I think, and I'm actually thinking about, no, I can't do that because I have 3 shimmers. But I think I'm going to start dark to light for once and see how I like that. And I'm not going to need a brush for that eye primer. So I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking while I give that eye primer a second. I'm going to start with the purple and just like buff and blend. And then I'm going to blend it out with the mint. And then we're just going to, the purple in the outer corner, this on the lid, this inner corner. That's what I'm thinking. So what do I want? I think I want this one to start. Yeah. So I'm going to start with like this kind of brush for the purple. Now this shade is pigmented. And at first I'm just going to stamp this on, because we'll blend it out in a moment. So the mattes that I didn't get, I like every matte in this palette but the blue. I hate that blue shade. And I don't know if you guys have ever worked with this palette or if you've worked with any of the mattes, but that blue is absolute garbage. I have no product on this brush. I'm just first blending this purple. And I'm going to try to do a more round shape today. That's what I'm feeling. I'm going to go back into the purple on this brush, and we're just going to, until I'm happy with how the purple looks, keep blending. And honestly, I think I might go into the mint really fast, because I'll probably have to go in between the mint and the purple. I'm just happy I got a pretty cohesive color story, to be wholesale honest. Because I was really, really worried that I wasn't going to get something that was going to look good together. Okay. Let me really get this mint. There we go. Because I want to be able to see the mint shade. I will say these mattes are powdery. And I don't know if you care about that. But I don't. It's never bothered me. Yeah, we're absolutely going to have to go back into the purple. Jeez. I didn't mean to cover it up so much, but I really wanted to actually see the mint. But how are you guys? How's it going? I'm filming this so early that, like, I'm filming this in January. I have been so on my game. When it comes to filming, it's not even funny this month. I think that's gonna do. I think we're good. Didn't need that brush. Lower lash line. Pack it in there. And then go back in. With the mint. If you're a YouTuber and you're watching me, like if you film your own videos, how far in advance do you film your content? I would love to know. Okay, I like it. So next, glitter glue. I'm so excited to put these shimmers on my eyes, you have no idea. Because the whole time I used this palette in the other project, I was like, I'm going to use the shimmers. I'm going to do a standalone look with this palette. And I never did. I'm honestly surprised I got 5 uses on each matte. To be wholesale honest with you. So, I'll put jellyfish right there. And then aquatic. I will say aquatic's a bit blue for the look that we did. So, but it is very pretty. And then I'm just gonna mesh the 2 shades together and take Hydrospace on my pinky. Ooh, I really like that shade. Out of the three shimmers we used, that one's my favorite. So that's going to do it for shadows. Like I said, when I come back, I'll tell you everything else I put it on my eye, because I'm not decided on if I'm going to even do liner yet as well. So I will see you in just a moment. All right, here's the final look. I don't know if you can see the little pink liner, but that was the ColourPop liner in Ducky. I just did my normal mascara, waterline liner. I did try a new brow pencil. It's the one from Give Beauty. I really like that. Lips are the lip liner from Lovecraft Beauty and the NYX liquid lipstick in Unhooked. Everything I wear is always listed in the description box, so I don't know why I'm telling you like you care. The palette. I love this look. These shimmers are gorgeous. I mean, I've tried Unearthly shimmers before, just not these shimmers. So I knew I was going to like them. I will say, I wish the purple one was just a little bit sparklier. Or like, I shouldn't say more sparkly, brighter. Because like, it's just not as noticeable. That blue is very gorgeous. It brings out the slight blue tones in the mint. But this inner corner shade, that's Hydrospace. Oh, that's so good. Obviously, I have to try other shimmers, but as of right now, that's my favorite one in the palette. You can... Ow! Blazemere! No! Stop putting your claws on my leg to get my attention. Otherwise, that is my favorite shade, and you can fight me. Because I feel like it's going to be better than this white shade. That one looks really pretty, and I'm excited for the mint. I don't know about this one, to be honest. But I'm very happy that we used this palette. We're going to go ahead and get into the spin for March's palette while I grab it. Which I was annoyed originally because January's palette was Beauty Bay Midnight, and now March's palette is Beauty Bay Earthy. So, I have the 16 pan version. If you have the 9 pan, you're good. If you have the 42 pan, you're good. Whatever version of Earthy you have, fantastic. If you want to dupe the vibes of any size of those palettes, more than welcome. This is what mine looks like. I wish there were browns in this. I wanted the 42 pan one so bad, but when I went to place my Beauty Bay order, the 42 pan was sold out. So this is the 16 pan. I would be happy with anything but like this shade. I don't feel like that shade goes with the palette. Otherwise, I'd be happy with really anything. Bless you. Can I help you? What? You've had your treats, you've had your water, you're fine. You're about to get scooped. Just out of my grasp. But yeah. I'm excited because I was not excited because I did so many green looks in January that like really another green palette, but I had issues with the Beauty Bay Midnight palette. But then I used the Beauty Bay Dark Fantasy palette and like, mwah, Beauty Bay formula was gorgeous. So I'm very interested to see how this performs because I've never used this palette. So that is going to be March's palette if you would like to join, participate. Otherwise, I think that's going to do it for this month's video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!